You know, I find that as I'm working on this tractor, you can work yourself into this can be a money pit if you're not careful, because the moment you take something off, something else is worn, and something else is worn. It goes on and on like this. So I thought about this, and I got online and I was reading a forum where somebody's Model 60, he said the gear was loose, but once he got the bearing in place, it tightened up the gear significantly. And this is, you can see that move. There is a little play in that. If you want to take the pedestal off, I've had the pedestal off of this before, and replace that bearing and replace the outer bearing, go right ahead. I'm addressing the problems at hand, and the problems at hand were oil pressure and jumping up and down. So, how much money you want to put in your tractor. If you want to do that, that's a good thing to check and replace those bearings. Go right ahead. I put my cover on, as you can see. I didn't buy a new gasket. I simply used some brake clean and some ultra gray. Cleaned up the gasket really well. Put a little ultra gray on it. Put it on the gasket, and I put it on the cover. Cinched down some bolts. While I was cinching down, you have to kind of rock it in place, and I was popping it with my rubber hammer to get that bearing in there. Both bearings, when I put that together, I used my assembly lube on it. Used lots of lubricant on it, so it'll run very smooth until the gear oil and or the engine oil gets to it. The outer one's oiled by the engine oil, and the inner one by the gear lube. So I don't care to spend a fortune on this tractor. It'll work just fine sitting in my garage as if I did spend a fortune on it. So I'm not going to work it. It's just going to parade a little bit, so I'm not doing a lot of stuff to it to make it absolutely splendiferous, like brand new. Now, if you're a millionaire and you've got source for parts, hey, go right ahead. That's your deal. Before I put my clutch on, I'm going to clean this up because I can get to everything. Probably tape off my crankshaft, spray it with some green. I'm going to clean back there where the brake was, so I can spray that with some green before I put the brake on. We'll take apart the brake and have a look at that too. I'm interested in adjusting it. Probably doesn't need shoes. It probably just needs greased and adjusting. The nut's got to go on the outside, and then the cap. I'm going to put a little ultra gray on that as well because I don't have another gasket for it. Ultra gray. I guess I'll show you what that is. That's I like this a little bit better than RTV. It's a little more pliable. Well, it's gone. No, there it is. It's made by Permatex, Ultra Gray, and it's gray. And I'm using a little brake clean to clean things off with and stick things back together. When I got my bearing cap on and my seal, I taped off my crankshaft with a little duct tape, cleaned that up a little bit, and shot it with a little paint. I'm using Rust-Oleum makes a pretty good stuff. It's farm and implement paint, and they make yellow and green that's perfect. Comes in spray cans. You don't have to pot it up or anything like that, and you can just spray it. Just clean it all off and spray it, and there you go. Realistically, it's going to be oozing mung and drool, so it's no big deal about painting it perfectly, in my opinion. I did get that cover also as well because this is covered by the flywheel, so can't really get to it. And here you go. I'm going to put that cover on, finish my cover. Go inside, it's kind of getting cold. Probably what we'll work on next is I want to degrease that giant flywheel, and we're going to put it up on our little 2x4 deal, and we're going to get that in place. And don't forget your screw-in key that goes in there. It's right here. This little gizmo, this little indexing key. Or your, I don't think it'll turn, but that's the indexing key for it. Okay,